Do you sometimes feel like an inconsistent Christian?
At times, do you feel close to God, and then at other times he feels like he's unreachable?
Can stress get overwhelming so you feel like you are facing it alone?
Does your faith rise and fall depending on circumstances?
This week we are going to talk about fluctuating faith.
Welcome back to our Change How You Think weekly video podcast.
If you'd like to hear from us every week, then subscribe to our videos on YouTube or click on the weekly video tab at the top of this webpage, fill in the subscription form, and you'll get our free self-assessment ebook, Healthy Moods, along with your choice of mental, spiritual, or relationship information.
In 1 Kings chapter 19, there's an amazing story. Israel was worshiping idols, so Elijah the prophet set up a test to demonstrate to the people which God was real, the idols or Elijah's God.
They set up 2 altars, and whichever god sent fire from the sky to burn the sacrifice would be the god to serve. It was a very bold test. Elijah must have had extraordinary faith to create such a public expectation of a miracle.
So the pagan prophets were first, and they were unsuccessful after many hours of trying. And then Elijah prayed one simple prayer. The fire fell, and the nation turned from idols to worshiping the true God.
Now, I would think that was quite a good ministry day. If that happened in our time, the prophet would spend the rest of his life on talk shows, selling books and videos of the event.
However, back then, when the pagan queen heard what Elijah had done, she sent word to him that he would be killed within a day.
Then Elijah ran for his life, hid in the desert, and asked God to kill him before the queen could.
So what happened to his faith? Just hours before, he had incredible faith and was part of a historic miracle that turned an entire nation back to God. And now he's fearing for his life.
Here's what happened. When he received the threat from the queen, his perspective shifted from a heavenly one to an earthly one.
When he looked at circumstances from God's perspective, there was no limit to what could be accomplished, so it was easy for him to call down fire from heaven.
But the queen's threat caused him to lose God's perspective and see things from the ground level where he might be killed by an angry woman.
Have you ever felt full of faith and close to God, and then when something unexpected happened, you feel with worry or hopelessness and try to solve the problem in your own strength?
Well, don't beat yourself up. It even happened to Elijah, one of the most powerful prophets in the Bible.
The key to a more consistent faith is to remember Ephesians 2 verse 6, which says, "Your spirit is seated with Christ in heaven." From that seat, you can have a faith-filled perspective on everything in your life.
Whenever you feel overwhelmed by circumstances, you have shifted to an earthly perspective. But don't stay there. Remember where you are seated and shift your perspective to a heavenly one. Then ask Jesus what he wants you to know about the situation.
If you'd like to learn how to change your perspective, come and join us in Free Your Mind.
Free Your Mind is an online self-study program that will help you change how you think. It will guide you through a pathway of healing mentally, spiritually, and emotionally.
Through 15-minute videos, regular live group coaching calls, an online community forum, and 24-hour access to our entire video library, you can work at your own speed, anytime, from anywhere in the world, on any device, to begin the life-changing transformation you've been looking for. You can learn more about it using the links below this video.
And we'll talk to you next week. But this week, be aware of the perspective you're using.